There are these local reports which suggest that Pyongyang is actually moving medium-range missiles. What more can you tell us?
Well, published reports are indicating that there is some movement that they say has been detected. However, that's not been confirmed. There was back in January reports that some of these KN-08 missiles, which are untested intermediate range missiles but mobile, were being moved about. Perhaps it is in response to that the U.S. is moving a couple of missile destroyers as well as a sophisticated radar platform off of the waters of South Korea to monitor anything. Many people are expecting there's going to be some kind of a missile test. There was some word from South Korea's defense ministry, not clear, though, on the point of whether or not there's intelligence to suggest there's a movement of missiles inside the north. Listen.
There is always a possibility of the missile launch, and we are prepared for it. We are watching very closely on the potential North Korea missile launch.
Now, all of this, of course, churning about on different fronts. North Korea is putting out a verbal assault. They may be making movements here. And all of this, South Korea and the United States have to watch carefully. That is why they have annual military maneuvers. The North doesn't like to see this because it is the South really prepared with a military deterrent to any move by the North. John?
And Jim, we're getting these daily threats. At some point, it seems they're almost becoming like an hourly threat coming from North Korea. What is the latest threats which Pyongyang has made?
Well, as Barbara Starr was outlining there just a couple of minutes ago, this almost falls into the in case you missed it department. The U.S. had better ponder over the prevailing grave situation. And this was a repeat of the threats that they were developing smaller, lighter, nuclear arms that they could directly attack the United States. Now, these are threats that are being put out there without the means to carry them out. North Korea is just projecting at some point they might be able to do all of this. But they're trying to make it personal, saying the moment of explosion is approaching fast. No one can say a war will break out on the Korean Peninsula, whether it will be today or tomorrow. Of course, many people are hoping that it's not going to come to pass at all, but the North is continuing to try to keep people on their back foot, to keep people off balance with a rotation of various threats and announcements, from the Yongbyon nuclear reactor being reactivated to what's happening at the Kaesong industrial complex. John?
Exactly what is going on at Kaesong right now? There seems to be some confusion about whether the North Koreans want to close it down, whether it will continue to operate. What's the latest on that?
Well, this is part of the strategy, John, to keep everybody confused. What are they going to do? Keep everybody wondering, what's the next move by the North? To try to manage, if you will, just all of the churning bewilderment over the moves by the North. Kaesong has about 120 companies in there. At least some of them, we are told, have been told that they should be prepared to move out by April the 10th. There was a direct threat, a repeat of one that was issued over the weekend, saying if the conservative South Korean media doesn't stop mocking North Korea by saying that they're prepared to say all these things but not close Kaesong, they're going to go ahead and close it. Of course, the inference there is that Kim Jong-un doesn't want to close it down because it's a source of vitally needed cash that goes directly to the top of the regime in Pyongyang.